Hi, and welcome along to AFTV News Daily. I hope you guys are doing well, staying at home and staying safe. But we've got a good show for you today. Got another very, very special guest on today. Manchester United's very own Flex from United Stand. How you doing, bro?
Yeah, I'm all good, man. I'm as good as we can be in these times, man. You know what I mean? I ain't been out my house in about 3 days now.
Trust me, I came out of my house today. It's the first time since the whole lockdown thing began, and I went out to, they said you can go out to go and do grocery shopping.
Yeah.
So I need to pick up a few bits, and I was quite surprised actually. I was expecting queues and stuff like that. I was like, if I drive out to that supermarket and there's a queue, I'm going home.
Yeah,
yeah.
I know a lot of people have done that.
There was no queues. There was a lot of stuff available. Obviously, there's still no toilet roll, no eggs, no, some of those essentials. But on the whole, most things were there. So
yeah, that's it.
People are sticking to it at the moment.
That's it. I think the key is that people got to stick to it. I saw that video that come out that the Met Police put out where people were sunbathing on the green, mate. They had to get the tannoy out and say, "Go home. This is not a summer holiday." You know what I mean?
Unbelievable.
So you still get one or two idiots, or a lot of idiots who are not
adhering to it. I saw a video yesterday. A guy sent me some Indian police, how they deal with it, right? Right. So basically, there was two guys who were out, and the Indian police have got these long sticks, and they got some licks, man. Now maybe they need to bring that out over here.
Do you know what? You cut off there, but all I heard was Indian police and man got licks.
That's exactly what happened. But how have you guys been getting on the United Stand? I mean,
yeah, man.
Obviously, no games.
Yeah, no games. I think it's just the same as everyone really. A lot of football fans, probably across all the clubs and fan channels, having withdrawal symptoms, man. You know what I mean? You're just trying to, generate interest. But you know what? In a funny way, there's still quite a lot to talk about because there's so much that's undecided with the league, with transfers, with contracts, with players. We've been discussing a lot of that stuff. Obviously being quite nostalgic as well. We've been on the United app. They've been replaying old games, and what they do is they do like a poll and everyone votes for each game to have a rerun. So we had like our epic Juventus semi-final when we went through to the final in '99. And today's game is Arsenal at Old Trafford in 2011. I don't know what Arsenal fans remember about that game.
The 8-2, obviously. You wouldn't be referring to the game when we won the league at Old Trafford.
No, they didn't put that up for a poll.
Or why don't they just show the most recent game that we played against you lot? We beat you 2-0 at the Emirates. No,
I think they're only doing FA Cup games. So okay. So if they're going off that, we'll have to show when obviously Lingard used to be a good player. So
you can show the world as well.
Oh yeah, FA Cup, he dumped out that as well.
The World celebration game. Come on, man. I love that.
Well, you know what? It's 8-2 today, so after this, I'll be filling my boots with that.
Yeah, I know your cheeky partner Mark.
Yeah,
asking me if I want to do a watch along to that game.
Why not, man? I asked DT the same thing. He never got back to me. I don't know.
No, you know what it is, right? I couldn't even do it even if I wanted. I'm a bit busy tonight after this anyway. But
okay.
Yeah, no, at least it's something. But I wanted to ask you. I got you on today because also I want to ask you about some of the rumours that have been flying around that sort of to do with both of our clubs. The first one I'm going to start off with is the Aubameyang one. Now, this rumour has been going, right since things sort of the football stopped. This rumour has probably been one of the big rumours that every day you hear Aubameyang getting linked to loads of different clubs because he's still only got 1 year left on his contract. And there's a lot of linking in with Manchester United. And obviously there's anxiety with Arsenal fans because we remember the Van Persie thing. We don't want that to happen again. But do Manchester United need Aubameyang? Would you even need Aubameyang?
The thing is that the big debate amongst the club is that, well, I say a debate, but most fans agree that we need an out-and-out goal scorer, a proper number 9. I mean, Martial has done very well in the number 9 this season. He's hit form, especially in the absence of Rashford. And when Rashford was fit, them two were linking up well. And I think we can get goals across the front three with them two in it. But we're always crying out for that proper proper number 9, a Harry Kane, a Timo Werner, someone like a Lewandowski, someone who's going to get you 25, 30 goals guaranteed from a striking position centrally. And Aubameyang fits into that, man. I know there's been a lot of banter flying around, and I think Rant's come up with the Gabonese Jamie Vardy and all of this talk. But listen, you know me, man. I'm probably one of the most unbiased guys out there. He's a top quality striker, number 9. Yeah, might not under Arteta. I've seen him kind of show more strings to his bow in terms of tracking back and showing a difference in his game. I've liked that from him. But what I've never got misconceived with him is that he bags in it. Put him in the number 9. He's going to get you 25 plus goals. So, you know, do we need Aubameyang? We need a player who can score goals and consistently as a proper striker. So you'd have to say, yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be Aubameyang, but we need a player of that quality, someone who can provide those numbers as almost a guarantee. Because I think one thing, you know, there's been a lot of change at Arsenal, a lot of this, a lot of that, loads of changes. But one thing that's remained constant is that Aubameyang scores goals. You know what I mean? No matter what's been going on, and you've had a lot of turmoil. So yeah, do we need him?
Anything in these rumours? The United.
I don't think we're in for him. Our biggest thing right now, talking about rumours and you know, quite strong rumours, is the Sancho situation. That's our number 1 priority. If you're looking at, you know, the balance of the side, if I was to choose between Aubameyang and Sancho, I'd definitely take Sancho. What is he, 19, 20? Yeah, it's going to cost an arm and a leg, but we've got that. You put him on the right-hand side where we've been struggling. I know Daniel James has done all right, but if you then look at a front 3 of Martial, Rashford and Sancho, you don't necessarily need that proper number 9 who's going to get you 30 goals, because there's goals in and amongst that. So our priority wouldn't be Aubameyang. I know there's been a few murmurs, and there always might be. So long as he's got this issue where he hasn't signed yet and his contract's running out, you know, Barcelona, Real Madrid, us, you know, there's always going to be murmurs, but our priority is not Aubameyang.
You don't think.
I can't see that happening.
Okay. Chris Smalling is the other rumor that's come up today. Of course, I know he's been on loan to Roma this season from you guys, but he's done brilliantly over there.
He's done really well
in a league where, you know, defending is an art.
Yeah,
league. He's been excellent, and very, you know, lots of rumours linking him strongly with a move to Arsenal. Of course, I remember we were after him before you guys actually bought him. We were
at Fulham. Yeah,
and we were after him, and you guys moved in and got him before us. But do you think he'll come back to United, or do you think they would sell him? Would they sell him to an Arsenal?
I hope not. But the problem is that Chris Smalling's a weird one, yeah, because I think when he went to Roma, a lot of Man United fans were like, so hold on, we're getting rid of Smalling, but we're keeping Phil Jones. You know what I mean? Which is banter. Which is banter. But I think that comes down to ambition. At the end of the day, Solskjaer made his choice. He made his choice in terms of having Lindelof and Maguire as the 2 centre-halves, and having Tuanzebe, who he brought back off loan from Aston Villa, to come in. And obviously Eric Bailly was on a long-term injury, but he was obviously happy with that and couldn't guarantee Smalling any game time. And Smalling deserved his opportunity to go there and play, because he's obviously knocked on Solskjaer's door and gone, listen, boy, I'm not really happy to just sit here, whereas Phil Jones was. So, and he's gone and done really well. And as the season's gone on, what's actually happened is, with Man United fans, the talking point is actually Lindelof, a lot of people don't fancy him all of the time, and Bailly's injured. And the argument was, well, look how well Smalling's doing. Why don't we bring him back and let him play alongside Maguire? That would be a decent partnership. Failing that, maybe bring in Bailly and make him partner Maguire. So a lot of Man United fans don't hate Smalling. We rate him and kind of wanted it to work out for him. So if he comes back and Ollie's still not fancying him, then he has to grant him whatever wish that may be, because he deserves that. He's done his service to Man United. He's been a good player for us. Yeah, there's a few mistakes in him here and there, but by and large, he is quite a solid centre-back, and you get the right partner for him, he can defend. So would I like to see him go to Arsenal? Obviously not, because it strengthens you guys. I think he's got a good couple of years left in him. But I think Solskjaer's a sort of manager that, unfortunately for us, would actually grant him his wish in terms of respect, because he's earned being able to, you know, go to where he goes. What is he? I think he's like 31 now, I think, maybe. 31. So that again? I think so. Organised, you know what I mean? Good in the air, commanding. and he's deceivingly quick. You know, Smalling. He can shift. He can shift. I think if I'm looking at the centre backs you got, I think he's better than Holding. I think he's better than I think he's better. I think he's better than Socrates. Luiz possesses some different attributes in terms of he's better on the ball and can ping a pass 30 yards and that. But you get those moments of rashness more often, I think, with Luiz than you would with Smalling. I don't know too much about that. The Brazilian guy you got, is he? Is he Brazilian?
Who's that?
The other centre back you got? No, not him. Didn't you sign another centre back?
Oh, Pablo Mari. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know anything about him.
Yeah, he's good.
Is he all right? Yeah.
Too early to say. You know, I mean, he's only sort of had again. He must be gutted because with this coronavirus thing, he's not really had a chance. I think it's just 1 or 2 games. But
yeah, I see in the comments there. That Mohamed Mahmoud saying Holding in his form is much better than Smalling. I don't agree with that. I mean, Holding hasn't been playing every single game of the year. Smalling has at Roma and has done very, very well.
Holding got injured. He got a very bad injury. So
so he hasn't been playing. So I don't know how he's come to that.
Let me do a couple of comments. Hemal Nandi was asking me, "Hi Robbie, when's he's got a super chat as well?" He said, "When's your documentary coming out?" I can say that the documentary is going to be out on Monday, this week, Monday the 30th of March. And it's going to be on about 10:30 on ITV. So make sure you ain't got nothing else to do. You know what I mean? Click on that and watch that. That should be really good. The documentary was actually originally going to be coming on after the England game, right? But of course the England game is off. But the documentary is still going to come out ITV on Monday. And another super chat here from Hemel Nanda. He said, is there any plans for another series of the Real Football Fan Show? Also, take care and stay safe in this crazy time at the moment. We need football. We're going to beat this, how you say. We are at the moment trying to get something going for the Real Football Fan Show as well. But obviously, it's no football at the moment. So all that's on hold as well. But the documentary, Monday, ITV, 10 o'clock. Make sure you check it out. Let's get this comment as well also here. This one's from Andrew Smith. He said, why the hell would Aubameyang go to United? That does not make no sense. Flex is going, the money. That does not make any sense to me. When Van Persie joined them, Fergie was there. Now United have one of the worst managers in the league. It makes no sense. Actually, that was another question I was going to ask you, Flex, yeah? Ollie or Arteta, who's going to turn out to be the better manager?
That's $1 million question, isn't it?
Because you got a feeling Ollie again, aren't you? You're feeling him again.
Listen. He's not back at no will. I wouldn't say that. But we've on a good run of form.
Back at the wheel.
No. He's not back at the wheel.
No?
He's what he's done is he's managed to get us a little bit of consistency, which we haven't seen in a long time. You know, sort of in the last sort of 11, 12 games, he scored like 29 goals, only conceded like 9. You know, and putting some wins together and closing that gap on Chelsea and putting ourselves into a good position to finish the season strongly. Pogba coming back. Rashford probably wouldn't have played for the rest of the season, but with it delaying now, you never know. And Bruno Fernandes, it's Bruno Fernandes has come in and just done a madness, to be honest with you. He's just lifted everyone around him.
Yeah, but he's the one who got Bruno Fernandes. He's the one who insisted on getting him.
100%. This is what I'm talking about. When, Rance is staunch Ollie out and Saeed, they're like, get him out. But I'm saying, listen, I'm similar to you. You've got to give credit where credit's due. At the end of the day, you look at the buys that Solskjaer's brought in. He's brought in Harry Maguire, who's slowly coming to form and done well, captain now. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who's been immense all year, solid. Dan James has been sporadic, but he's been okay. And then he brought in Bruno Fernandes, who's turned the tide. And, look, at the end of the day, I think what I like about Arteta, though, is I think you can clearly see his philosophy instantly. He's very meticulous. He's a more meticulous manager than Solskjaer. Easier to see his ideas. I think the progress. Has he progressed Arsenal? I think he's. Yes. Yeah, I think he has. Yeah. I'd say he has. I can see his ideas and I can see what he's trying to do. It's just whether or not your board will match up to his ambition and he'll get the players he needs, and that's a whole another different story.
Who'll be more successful?
I think I can see Ollie passing the baton on to somebody else to take us to take us forward. So I don't think it's going to go horrendously wrong, but I think we could go another year, 18 months, stabilize the ship, and then maybe move Ollie on. Not sack him because he's been awful, but with Arteta, I can see some longevity in it. You know what I mean? 4 years of him building. But I just think that Arteta will hit a block at Arsenal just because of the way your club moves and how they are in the transfer market.
Mohammed Lebain says Arteta is better than Ollie.
I don't think any of your guys are going to come on here and say that Ollie's better than Arteta. Even though,
this is
there you go.
Boxster Beats. He says Ollie will be more successful than Arteta.
Well, we're higher than you, so you know.
All right, so you know, it's I like this one. This one's from Nathan Brown. He says Smaldini.
That's his name, mate. Smaldini. Oh, Mustafi's done all right under Arteta, isn't it?
He has been I think for me, the thing that I've liked the most about Arteta, and I've said this a lot on the channel, is that he's getting the best out of what he's got.
Yeah.
You can't ask for more than that. You cannot ask for more than that. So, even Ozil is still not what I like to see.
He's rubbish, mate. He's not. He's no Bruno Fernandes, mate.
Bruno Fernandes is. Remember, Bruno Fernandes has just turned up on the scene, right? And he's doing it, and he's a good player. I told you before you even got him. I said,
"What do you mean? What do you mean you told me?
I told you. Remember,
I've been. If you look on United, you've been talking about Bruno Fernandes for 18 months.
For Sporting Lisbon, and I go, he's a quality player.
Robbie. Hold on. We've been talking. You look at any videos. We've been talking about Bruno Fernandes since last summer. All of summer, we were like, we got to get this guy.
We knew about him. He was just a fancy name to you.
We knew about him.
I'd seen him play in the flesh, and I was like, yeah, he's a baller.
He's a proper player, man. Yeah, I knew that from time. Man.
Yeah, he's decent, man.
He's decent again.
he's still early. He's still early in the Premier League. He started off well. You can't ask for more than that.
I bet you must have wished Pepe would have hit the ground running as well as Bruno did.
Huh?
I bet you wish Pepe hit the ground running as quickly as Bruno did.
Listen, Pepe has been. I mean, remember when he played against you lot?
Yeah.
He was twisting.
When he scored the tapping. He scored the tapping.
Huh?
He scored the open goal.
He scored the tapping. He scored. Right, and he's going to be. He next season is going to be
a good player, man. He's a good player. He's a good player. He's getting better and better and better. He's taken a little time to adjust to the league, but he's quality. No, he's a good player. He is a good player.
Sergio Hernandez here. He says Ozil has dreams of Bruno Fernandes.
There you go, mate. There you go.
That club, £350.
Exactly. He should be on 350 quid.
Listen. Ozil's picked up under. Was also picked up under. Arteta as well. So he's not what we want, but he's done all right. Irish Schooner says, "Hi Robbie, you inspired me to start a channel. My first video will be out next week, hopefully."
Love that.
Irish Schooner. Enough respect to you for that. Let's keep these going. Oh, is that one? There's a little bit of a Bruno
massive.
Luton massive. Big up Luton massive. Here's this one. Lincoln Richie. Bruno has really helped United until they lose one, and then the flopping starts and the slippery slope goes downhill.
I think he's mistaken us for your fan base. I thought Mustafi was awful. You wanted him out, and now he's the best.
Peter says Ollie is lying. United lying. I think he means lying to United that he's good. Poor management with big players like Pogba. I don't think he's respected as he should. Doesn't demand it, and that goes. And that's not the United Fergie left. And he says, "P.S. I hate United."
Well, there you go.
There's a lot of us hate United. Don't worry.
Of course.
But I think what he's getting at is that he doesn't get the respect of the big time players like Pogba. Now, what do you think?
No, I think he's mistaken. I think one thing that we do have is that the players really like Solskjaer. That's one of his biggest positives. What he lacks in maybe meticulous attention to detail and tactical genius, he actually has from just being a nice guy. Do you know what I'm saying? A lot of the players do like him for sure. And Pogba's one of them. I think the actual misconception with Pogba, don't get me wrong, he hasn't exactly come out and committed his future to United, and there's been a whole media circus. Me and Rance argue about that all the time. Pogba can do no wrong in Rance's eyes, and I've highlighted a lot of things I think Pogba could have done differently. But one thing I do agree with is that, yes, Pogba probably wants out, but because he does respect Ollie and stuff, he's not going to down tools and refuse to play. He has been injured. He's had 2 operations and come out of his cast and stuff like that. And this stopping the season will probably allow him to come back and play. But I think, he does respect Ollie. They all respect Ollie.
I think after this whole thing, coronavirus thing, I think players like Pogba are going to have to tread very delicately. I mean, talk of big money and that agent he's got, you know, I think they're going to have to tone that right down, because after this coronavirus thing, a lot of fans who would have been really hurting, you know, be out of a job or not been paid properly for months, they're not going to want to hear Pogba talking about big money moves and his agent talking about this and that. They're going to want those players to start playing back for the fans, and that goes for every club.
100%. I mean, the biggest thing, we just literally done a video on it on the Flex and Rant show last week, and the topic was actually because of what's going on with the coronavirus, etc., and how it's going to impact the transfer market. We're going to have a load of players that are unable to move. You know, so Pogba wants this big money move, but our team's going to be able to part with upwards of 100 million in this current climate? Probably not. So, and the likes of Alexis Sanchez, he's going to have to come back to Manchester United. He doesn't want to be there. He's on nearly 400 grand a week. What do we do with him? You know? So on that,
didn't it?
No, it did not. Exactly. So there you go. Yeah. Just as it worked out just as well as Mkhitaryan, so that's all right.
We've got this one here. This is Mojahid. He says, Robbie and Flex, what's up, guys? Bashir from Virginia, USA. How long will it take for both Manchester United and Arsenal to challenge for the league? He says, love you guys. Thank you.
Question. Man United wise, I think, and this is going to sound crazy. I don't know, but listen, we watch United every week, so we can obviously give this opinion. If we buy correctly in the next 2 transfer windows, I think we can challenge. If we get Jadon Sancho in this window and get a defensive midfielder like a Wilfred Ndidi or Thomas Partey or something like that.
The players we're after.
All right, well, there you go. Everyone's in the same pot, and you know, or a Maddison or a Grealish. If we improve our squad the way it's been improving, our team can look very good. Because if you think about it, if Pogba settles down, you've got a midfield of Pogba, Bruno, and say Fred or Ndidi or Thomas Partey or whatever. That's a scary midfield, and a front 3 of Rashford, Martial, and Sancho. That's a very competitive front 3. That's up there, and our back 4's been getting stronger. You know, Luke Shaw's come good in the last sort of 3 or 4 months. He's done really well. Wan-Bissaka's solid. We still got De Gea there, who's not been his usual self, but he's still good. Maguire and maybe another centre half. If we get a centre half, a right mid, and another central midfielder, we could challenge next year. Challenge.
For Arsenal, on the same question for Arsenal, I think next year will come too early for us to challenge. I think Mikel Arteta is going to need a few transfer windows, a couple at least, to find a team that he wants to be able to challenge. But I think we're still a bit off challenging. We've got to sort our defence out. If we can get that defence sorted, I still think we're going to need a replacement for Ozil. You know, because even if he does stay next season, he'll be, you know, they won't renew his contract. He'll be gone by the end of then. We're going to need, someone to come in for him. But I think not next season, the season after, Arsenal could possibly challenge. Got another one here. This is Bahir. He says, hello, Flex. Please, can you tell me who's the better player, Reece Nelson or Daniel James? He says, have a good day.
Big up for the question. It's a difficult one because they're not. Reece Nelson's like a number 10, isn't it? Or central midfielder, isn't he?
No, he plays winger.
Does he play on the wing? Does he play on the wing? Okay. Well, I haven't watched Reece Nelson week in, week out, but
I have.
Attributes wise, technically on the ball, Reece Nelson's a more clever footballer. But in terms of impact on the game, because Dan James is so quick and direct, I think he has bigger impacts on games. I mean, one that's fresh in my memory. Is it? No, he's not as quick as Daniel James. I'll tell you that.
He's not as quick as Daniel James, but he's got more. He's got end product.
I could
end product, don't he?
He does like end product. I think he can learn that. I think he can learn that.
He's running. He ends up in the horn.
Yeah, he's fast, mate. He's El Rapido, I call him. You know what I mean? So I think technically Reece Nelson is the better player. He's the more technically astute player, the more cleverer player. But I think because Dan James is so quick and direct, I think he has bigger impact on games. He is
a real impact player. He's a handful. Put it that way. If he does get in product right, he'll be a handful.
Look, that game we just played against City.
He's coming from Swansea.
100%. You got to give him his time.
Yeah. Man. What about this one? I'll give you one then.
Yeah.
Who's the better young player out of these two?
I know what you're going to say. I don't even like this question, but go on.
Greenwood?
Yeah.
Or Martinelli?
Right. First of all, the reason why I don't like this question...
Answer the question, man, that you don't like the question.
Greenwood. But let me tell you, Greenwood. Yeah? But I like Martinelli, though. I do like Martinelli. I'm going to go the United bias 100%. But the reason why I don't like this question is because they're both so young. It's almost like, let's not pick a winner. Let's just let these guys flourish. They're wicked players. What I like about Martinelli, because they're completely different types of forwards. You keep seeing this link with Van Persie and Greenwood. They play very similarly. Greenwood is that type of striker, like a Van Persie. Yes, got a great strike. And he is both-footed, literally both-footed. When he takes penalties, he literally takes them with his right foot, but he plays predominantly with his left foot. He can take free kicks with his right foot. He is brilliant with both feet. Any Man United fan will tell you that. He is a baller. But Martinelli, his work rate and his tenacity is almost second to none. He got a neat finish on him as well.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of Alexis in his prime.
Prime, 100%. So different types of strikers, but I'm going to go with the United side bias, man.
Well, I'm definitely going Martinelli. Like Martinelli all day long. You got some people backing you up here. Jab says Greenwood. Osman says Greenwood all day long.
He's techie, man.
Omar says Martinelli. You
know what? You know what's with Martinelli? I see him score like poachers goals, like good, neat finishes. But I don't see him like ras it up like Greenwood. Yeah.
What are you talking about? That goal he scored at Chelsea, he ran the whole pitch.
He didn't run the whole pitch. He was halfway into the half. There was nobody there because Kante slipped over and he had to run in a straight line and score.
Beerman's running him down. They can't catch him. And then the coolest of finishes, man.
What Greenwood does is, let me tell you, what Greenwood does is, no, the one against West Ham was just ran onto it for finesse. There's nothing wrong with scoring poachers' goals. It's brilliant. He's a wicked player.
He scored a lot of goals. He scored some brilliant.
Greenwood makes goals out of nothing. What Greenwood does, right? Greenwood can just shift, no backlift, get a shot from nowhere, bang, goal. Top bins, bottom bins, both feet. Nah, not both feet. No chance.
Jam says Martinelli, of course, and I agree with him.
Yeah.
Is that right? I agree with him. What's it here? Reen Army says Martinelli has more talent than Greenwood.
Oh, come on.
The other thing is as well, right? If you did stay with this Aubameyang rumour and you did get him, what does that do to a player like Greenwood?
Yeah, well, even with the Sancho rumour as well, it does stunt his development. Of course, I think we were talking today on Instagram Live on the United Stand about a potential loan move for Mason Greenwood. But I said the problem with that is that he's proved he can play at this level. You know what I mean? Any game he started, he usually scores. He's dragged us out of some terrible positions where if he didn't score, we wouldn't have won the games. In some embarrassing games, I remember against Rochdale, we were struggling at home and he just popped up and he actually got us through, even though the game went to penalties in the end. Against Astana at home, he popped up with a goal. Important goal against Sheffield United when we were struggling. He popped up with a goal, so he scores important goals.
I've got one for you. I've got another one for you that somebody's just thrown up.
I can see it there. I know which one you're going to go for.
Saka.
Big up. You know what? Again, big up to both young players. I've got to give that to Saka.
Young player speech again.
At the moment,
I'm real now. Can't be real with this one.
Are you going to let me answer the question? At the moment, it's got to be Saka. It's got to be Saka. Only because of the sheer output. He's not even supposed to be a left back. Brandon Williams is a left back. He's had to adjust. He's come into that side and done phenomenally well. And the assist he's putting out, he's putting it on a plate for people game after game. And I tell you, when I first thought, right, you know what, they're bad. When he started against us at Old Trafford, and I was thinking, come on, man, you got that youth on the left-hand side. We got to get at him. And I was like, right, you know what? I had to humble myself after that game. He held his own. He's a good player. He got the assist for Aubameyang in that game as well.
I've got to say, I was impressed with that when you played against us. I was impressed with that Williams.
Yeah, he's good. He's really good, man. He's really good. He got burnt out a little bit. He got burnt out a little bit because Solskjaer, I think, was playing him game after game after game. And like any young player, sometimes they can hit a little bit of a brick wall and just need taken out of the firing line, because Luke Shaw's kind of regained his spot back as a left back. But he's an exciting prospect, man. And again, let these guys flourish. It's an exciting time, and they're both English. You know what I mean? So
yeah, true.
You know,
I'm going to do a couple more because I know you got to shoot, because you got to go your watch along. Just about watch along, right?
Yeah,
that mark's cheeky, you know. That he's ringing me about 8. Right? But anyway, Nick says, "Our Spurs fan here. We football fans are all united at this time with the lockdown going on around the world." He goes, "We've got to stay safe, everyone, and we will beat this." And I second that. And you know, it doesn't matter what football club you support. We all want to get through this. We all want to get football back. Do you think we'll get football back? Do you think we'll complete this season? Do you care, as a United fan, with Liverpool about to win it?
Yeah, you know what? I'm not really. Look, it couldn't happen to a better team if they don't end up winning it. That's for sure. Yeah. That's one thing. There's no Man United fan who can't act like they wouldn't want that to happen. But I'm more about just being fair. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you can't be gifting the league to whoever it was, even if it was us. You couldn't just gift us the league. There's teams there that got fighting for their lives in the Premier League for survival. Sheffield United are fighting for Champions League football. They've got a game in hand over us. They could argue that they could have won and gone above us and get the 5th spot, which with City,
we've still got a chance.
You've still got a chance. You know what I mean? Chelsea still hanging on. Tottenham could say, well, we're getting our players back. Kane's going to be back. Son's going to be back. Now there's a delay. So, you know, at the end of the day, I think it's very easy with this. It's all or nothing. You either play the games in whatever capacity, whether it's behind closed doors because they can do it, or you void the season. You can't have an in-between where we're predicting things and handing out stuff, because that goes all the way down the football pyramid, right down to the conference. You know what I mean? People, relegations and promotions can't be decided on what might have happened. You know what I mean? And leagues and stuff.
Interestingly, I see that below the conference, they are voiding the season.
Yeah, but there you go.
Announced today. You know, and there's a lot of teams there upset, saying that, you know,
could have got into the conference
and beat on runs, and you know, but they've just cancelled that at the lower level. So,
I think we'll hit a period though. It helps. We've got a bit of breathing room because of the Euros being moved, so that gives some extra time. But I do think if they hit a period of, like, say, it's getting to July and the season's still not finished yet, I think there's a serious chance that that it could be voided. Because I don't think we're coming out of this lockdown period in 3 weeks, personally, as a start. So it's going to go past the April the 30th for sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, Flex, I know you got to shoot. I'm going to leave you with one more comment here. This one's from Abdi Hussein.
Yeah.
Can you see it?
Nah, it's gonna a bit blurry. All I can see is it say Abdi Hussein. I can't see.
It says 2-0.
All right. Okay.
Reminding you of that when you came to the Emirates, how we dealt with you. But no, listen, thank you very much for coming on today. Keep up all the good work on your channel. I've been watching the stuff that you guys have been doing.
There you go, man.
It's challenging over this period because there's no football.
Yeah.
But it's all, you know, you guys have been keeping everybody entertained over there on United Stand as well, and doing a great job. We're doing the same over here as well.
Big up, man. Big up. Thanks for having me.
Just trying to keep people sane right now. You know what I mean?
That's it, man. If we can do that, then we got to do it, man. Everyone's in the same boat. We're all in the same struggle, man. So if we can do little things like this and have a little bit of a laugh, man, that's what it's all about. All
right. Well, Flex from United Stands. Don't forget to check them out. The #1 Manchester United channel. Thanks very much for coming on and joining me tonight. And we will be back tomorrow with another AFTV News Daily. We'll have another guest on tomorrow as well. And don't forget to check out all of our excellent content that we have on the channel at the moment. We've got loads of brilliant stuff. Check out the reloaded videos that are coming out tomorrow. We've got our team of the season discussion that I did the other day with Troops and Expressions. It's hilarious. And we come up with a bit of an alternative team. I forgot to even ask Flex what his team would be. Maybe we'll get Flex back on and we'll ask him about that. And also, as I said, don't forget to check out the documentary that I did for ITV. That is coming out on Monday on ITV, around about 10:30. So make sure you save that in your player. We will be back tomorrow here. But as I keep saying to everybody, we're going to beat this. Stay safe. Stay home.